another episode of Devil's Den Radio. I'm your host, DevilJon. As usual, I have some hippies, but I just have my lovely Hippie Soul.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Which, lovely is not even enough of the adjectives. You know, more of like, lovely is an adverb. But, because, I was going to say, you can't use the improper, can't do that. Can't start off improperly.
Of course not.
Real quick.
But, Slumpkin, and no Slumpkin, because he's always, out on the video games and stuff. So you can check him out, on the, twitch.com/clownspaz. But we always know him as
Slumpkin King.
No. Let's do some bills.
Why don't you? You should go
to therealdeviljon.com. Why? Because I taught my 13-year-old stepson how to fucking, breathe like a fucking, a fucking death metal vocalist should. Which, friend of the show, Duca, you fucking, question the skills, alright?
It was hilarious. He was literally like, no, you didn't teach him how to pig squeal.
Pig squeal it up, buddy. He's like, oh shit, that sounds good. He's like,
keep doing that.
Keep doing that. So yeah, some friendly encouragement at the Pussifer, which is a good way to get right into the patreon.com/devilsdenradio, where you can take stock in the show to help the show keep going, because obviously there's, I guess, some value in this show, right?
Definitely.
There's what kind of environment do metalheads and hippies get along? It's very hard to kind of think of that. But like I said, devilsdenradio.com, but most importantly, like I said, patreon.com/devilsdenradio is where you take stock in the show and you become the, I guess you could say the co-producers of the show, because of your monetary value, you help produce the show. So, you help as a co-producer, which I would give you co-producing credits for that.
I think that's fair.
I think it's fair. So for the $5 tier, you get co-producing credit at the end of the episode. And you get a special last shout out like Shane and VeganJosh do. We lost one of the Trinities, but it's okay. Mary's always in the Forever Club, which
She definitely is.
when we get that first piece of cool merch, gotta put one on the side for her.
Oh yeah, she definitely has earned it, and
Because
gave us plenty of support.
her lifetime contribution means a lot to the show still, and we hope that you still are listening. Even though we were kind of slipping with the fucking releases, man,
we were being lazy.
Well, it wasn't being lazy. It was just there was a lot of migration going on between the PC and the Mac, and then eventually it just was like, oh, well, we're just gonna do it like this, and then we're gonna do these things on that, and then yeah.
That's true. I just felt like I was slacking some mornings, though, too, with my memory, because I had a timer set to remind me on Friday mornings to come up and post things, too. So one of those was my fault, so I'm trying to admit to my own faults and my own laziness. I'm trying.
Yeah, for the most part, it's been, Hippie, he shows up and he does his part, all the time, which, he's been, he's missing this week for, Mike, Frank, and Friends practice, because they have a string. And when I say a string, they have a string of events coming up that they need to be sharp for. And that's what he is, getting sharpened up for. So, go on over to Facebook and support our friends in Mike, Frank, and Friends. because they're one of the very few hippie bands that I'll actually go see.
It's a really good time, too, honestly. Like, they're always in really cool places where they're playing, so it's usually good food, good drinks, good company of people, because they always have, like, a good fan base there. I mean, all their fans are very friendly. It's a good time. Come out and check them out.
Welcome to the show, to the live show, GP Man 45. I see the Captain Morgan there. You know how to party.
Welcome.
Yeah, I see the Captain Morgan logo there. That's fucking
check
cool.
them out.
Yeah, get that knee up. I do that shit at work sometimes.
The Captain Morgan
The Captain Morgan stance. It's like, yeah, I did that. Like Captain Morgan this. Viva la France.
Awesome. Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, man, it's the events of recent for us. Like we had the giant smoke out, on the East Coast, which everybody's been like, been like fucking talking about a lot.
Fires in Canada.
Yeah, so
that's pretty wild.
So hopefully to those affected that everything turns out as well as it can be, because obviously there's a lot of
it's a sad situation.
A lot of crazy decimation of like forestation and everything, deforestation, I should say. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So to all those affected, I hope that we find some shiny light at the end here. But right now, it's time to maybe get our minds off of things and talk about some musics as well, because music is going to be something that I always go to when it comes to getting away from things.
Definitely.
And usually when it comes to writing, I like to... I've noticed when I listen to music, as an artist myself, I don't really focus a lot on the vocals too much, or the vocal patterns as much, because it's like, I don't want to pull from that. Welcome, our new friends here with Lunar Lena and Andy Mo to the live Podbean. DevilsDenRadio.com. So, the music is something that kind of takes you away, in a sense, and it gives you that ability to kind of escape. One of those bands that I like to mess with a lot is Animals as Leaders a lot when I'm like trying to do something, just because it's instrumental, very crazy instrumental music, but I can get down with it because it's something that I can get a lot of work done, or something that I'm doing, and I'm not distracted by the words.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people get distracted by the words and they want to sing along then.
That's what happens to me when I'm trying to do like paperwork, so I tend to listen to like a lot of classical music or other types of like acoustic guitar music and stuff like that in the background, so I can focus a little bit better, because I find that I'm like, when I'm listening to my favorite bands, I like start singing the lyrics, I'm tapping my foot, I'm air drumming on my desk with my pen, like stupid shit like that. So yeah, I definitely agree that I need something more instrumental. I tend, like I said, I go more towards with like classical and acoustic things because of the type of work I do. I really need to be able to like focus in.
Yeah, when it comes to... there's a lot of times, though, that, like, I've listened to so much variety of music that, like, there have been groups and bands and just things in general that I've just lost. I lost, like, contact with those bands. It's, like, kind of like a lost friend. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I haven't talked to that friend in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes when I go back and I talk to that friend, I'm like,
ooh, I don't remember it like that.
I don't remember us being friends like that. And I don't remember this being like this. I thought it was like...
I thought it was way better than this.
Could have, like, because there's been plenty of times that I've been like, to the kids, like, being like, yeah, let me show you some cool shit. And then it's like, and then I look at the reaction and I'm like, oh.
That wasn't cool.
So, yeah, I guess that wasn't cool shit.
I thought it was cool, but
it was cool shit when I was listening to it.
yeah, exactly.
It
When
did
they
not
look at
age
us
well.
like we're stupid.
Some things just did not age well.
No.
Like right now, there's like that new metal kind of look, that goth, girl look,
Yeah.
that was like really big in our time with the
I
new
know,
metal.
I'm kind of happy about it.
It's kinda funny.
Because I'm like, I know
Like
how to do that.
Like Genko pants. I never thought that I'd ever see
Never in a million
Genkos
years.
again. Like I'm like, are you serious? Like you could literally fit a person in each leg of each pant. Just
I know,
one
it's
pant.
Like literally
Like
such
it's two
a
people
waste
can
of
wear the same
material.
pant and just walk. Like that's fucking wild.
I know, and you walk into pretty much any major clothing store now, that are popular with, say, middle school, high school kids, and it's like all shit from the 90s, like straight up. Like Steve Madden shoes are back, like the big platformy things and stuff, and I'm like, what the Christ is happening here?
Yes, GP man misses the 90s. The
me
90s
too,
were a
it
good
was
time. I had that.
fun.
I
the
missed my
mentality's
Zoombaz
different.
pants, man. I
Yeah,
want my
yeah.
Zoombaz pants, but I'm not gonna wear the fucking tank top with it. I think that's just stupid. But I want Zoombaz. But honestly, the Zoombaz pants were would just be like kind of like PJ attire, really.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my
I guess they call them
friend's dad
joggers,
used to
right?
Wear those
they
all
call
the
'em
time.
joggers, yeah.
Yeah.
Joggers with the fucking zebra print.
But yeah, I feel like some of the worst pieces of 90s fashion are what's making it back, though.
Well, that's you
Which is
you
funny.
don't get to choose.
I
What
know.
makes it recycled.
But,
you know
it's
what I mean?
hilarious to see teenagers wearing what I wore.
I kind of want to see the TLC shit, with all the fluorescent colors and big shit,
Yeah.
and what about your friends? Like that
would
TLC
be
shit,
great,
not
yeah.
don't go chasing
No, the early
waterfalls.
stuff.
No, that's good stuff, but it's just all serious. But you know what? Now that I think about it, for all the deep shit that they were talking about in the songs and stuff, and how many female friends that I knew that listened to it, they didn't really fucking listen to those lyrics, did they?
No, not really.
I don't think they did, because a lot of them ended up with scrubs, and they feel unpretty.
Yes, I would say that's accurate.
Ooh. See? You see how I did that? I did 2 songs from them right in one.
That's
Ba-pow.
rather impressive.
That's rather punny
Yeah, you usually are pretty funny.
sometimes. I can do it.
Gotten really good with the dad jokes.
I've gotten better with it. Well, I have to PG-13 it. All right? It's PG-13
yeah, you
it,
try.
which is weird. Filter John.
VeganJosh.
You can't do it. You can't filter me.
He tries.
It's fucking terrible. The one thing that I'm trying to think of the one thing that I don't miss. Well, I kind of want to see the Gumby haircuts again, when motherfuckers had the afros cut into the Gumby.
Those were cool though. The really
That
those
took
are
a
cool
lot of
cuts.
fucking long times in the mirror, man, getting that.
That's precision.
That's Kid and Play type shit. Well, I did see that they did I did watch the remake of White Men Can't
Yeah.
Jump, which it was a decent play. It was a good way to kind of update it to today. Because if we watched the Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes one, some stuff would still obviously, because it's human behavior, but the conditions and the times,
Yeah.
man, they change.
A whole lot.
But not like that. Was that Jack Harlow?
Yeah.
Jack Harlow was the main person there. He was pretty decent.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad movie.
I think that, what they tried to do the Space Jam, and that failed hard.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was bad. LeBron James. I don't know. Don't stick to your show that he has. He has that barbershop show, which was just basically a bunch of dudes bullshitting as if they were in a barbershop.
Oh, okay.
which is a pretty good idea. Concept,
Yeah, I was
same
gonna
kind
say,
of
it's
same
a
kind
cool
of concept
concept.
as this. It's just like it sounds like a bunch of people just chilling in a room, bullshitting about stuff. It's like, thank you. The other thing about the 90s, though, were I would say, like, that I can remember, with, like, the Happy Meals and, like, all, like, the cool, like, different toys and shit that I had from those things. Like, because, like, the 90s, like, it seemed like, it was like, it was a big family affair.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, because, like,
was.
Pizza Hut was, like, a night out. You know what I mean?
Especially when you got your Bucket Award and you could go out and collect your personal pan pizza.
You thought you were a fucking king shit when you had your own motherfucking pizza.
Especially when you had your button all filled up with the stars.
Yep. You're like, no, Mom and Dad, you will not pay for my pizza.
It's on me.
It's on me. And my ability to read. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, I thought I was the shit.
My favorite Happy Meal, though, is the Halloween one that came in the bucket.
Yeah, those buckets are selling for fucking mighty big.
My mom has every one of mine still.
I was going to say,
and they're all in perfect condition.
Which is fucked up because, like, the other thing that I was thinking about was, like, these Guitar Hero controllers that I used to have. Yeah. Somebody was like, oh, man, they're selling for, like, $40 a piece. And I was like, get the fuck out. I was like, a PlayStation 2 controller selling for $40? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, get the fuck out. And he's like, yeah, because they're not around anymore. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, shit. And it's like, well, I know where they are, so I may have to hit up some people and reclaim my shit and get some money. And like, hey, what's going on? But, yeah, it's, I don't know, but then the 90s, the music was not as good. I will say that. Like, for as creative that the 80s was, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you would have thought the creativity kind of would have continued. It just plateaued. Like, and it was just like, oh, well, we've reached all of our creative edges. Now we're just going to get really great singers to do music. You know what I mean? And then I think that the 90s was just the decade of The Voice. You know what I mean? And grunge.
Yeah.
Grunge and voice.
Grunge and voice.
Well,
yeah, because look at all the crazy talented female and male vocalists of that time with like pretty much solo careers or the boy band groups or the all female groups.
Yeah, it's just like vocal groups, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, wow, alright. Fucking damn. I didn't even think about that because, like, rock music fucking took a hard hit until the fucking nu metal shit came, and then everybody talked shit on it, like, immediately. They were like, this is not fucking cool, and it's like, no, you kind of needed this to kind of get the kids into it again, because nobody was, like, gonna hang out with grandpa in their eyes and be like, and I'm not hanging out with grandpa listening to Metallica.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, yeah. And at that time, Metallica was not putting out hits like, they should have.
No.
But, then there's also the Guns N' Roses era.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses taking over. Yeah, but mostly just voices like Mariah Carey.
Exactly.
Boys the Men, and fucking, the Pisser, R. Kelly,
The Pisser.
I believe I can fly.
Of course.
Woo! I believe I can touch the sky.
I can pee on her thigh.
I think about it every night and day. Spread that thing and pee away. I believe I can so.
Oh no.
Please do not open up that door. I believe I can pee. I can pee. Yo, but honestly, the Chomo man, it don't work out too well for Chomos in prison. I showed you something on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Where it, like, kind of showed you the hierarchy of motherfuckers, and I was like, yeah, see, chomos and, like, you know, fucking domestic abusers in a sense, they don't do so well in prison.
Yeah.
Especially in the hierarchy of things. It's like, you're better off robbing a fucking daycare.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. Chomo. But, the 90s, yeah, but like I said, the late 90s was, like, when I was, like, kind of getting to explore.
Yeah.
AOL, you know,
yeah.
the AOL discs and shit.
Yeah. All the ones you get in the freaking mail
I
for
would
all
do-
these free hours and stuff. Oh.
Yeah, 3 hours of AOL. And then I'd fucking, you know, use AIM all the time.
Oh, of course.
AIM was fun.
It was. Gotta set my away message.
Yeah, right? Only to keep it online to be, like, just to, like, be like, that's dumb.
I know. What was the point of that?
Yeah. I knew a few people, like, that were, like, spoiled and just, like, always just had a computer. And I was, like, I guess one of those kids, because, like, my mom was, like, really trying hard to try to, like, you know, adapt with the times, even though she was, like, not great with technology at all. And, you know, I guess, like, I get an advantage with that, because I learned how to use the computers a lot better, you know, kind of, you know, got to explore different, like, you know, programs and such. Like, I thought about recording stuff then, but obviously knew that, like, a home computer's not how you get it done, so.
Yeah. Especially not back then.
Yeah, so the thoughts of doing it and everything started then. And then when, PC Dinosaur came available for sale, I think I paid, like $350 or, like, $500.
Oh my gosh.
Like, for PC Dinosaur, and it's still running, you know.
That's
so
impressive.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we pretty much always had a computer, but it was because my sister is like 11 years older than me, and she was still living with my parents at the time. And she bought a computer to provide for all of us.
Yeah.
And because she
There's
was still
Tootsie
in
the
college.
Frenchie in the background, trying to make her presence known.
Always. It doesn't matter how much I try and quiet her. She's grunting, groaning, and...
I've never met, like, a dog
Making
that just makes
noises.
so many noises, like, you know, and then not only that, like,
constant.
you know, there was, like, a time that, like, you know, she was bad, and then went to invoke some fear, and she screamed like a child.
Oh, I know. She's,
Like-
ridiculous.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
Exactly.
It's like-
There are videos of other Frenchies doing this on the internet, though. Like, if you look up Frenchies
Frenchie
screaming
freakouts?
or Frenchie freakout, yeah, there's videos of them, like, screaming like people. She's not the only one. Like, it's weird because they, like, literally know how to scream. I've never...
I want to record it. Like, not like that I want to cause her pain or any discomfort or anything like that, but I kind of want to record that. You know, so I can put that in, like, one of my songs.
That would be kind of funny.
And then it's like, yo, who the fuck did you get to do that scream like that? And it's like, my French bulldog.
What?
Like, get the fuck out of here. And it's like, and then do the drop, and it's like, and then it was...
And it's Tootsie's turn. Yeah? You're gonna be a star? She already is.
Yeah.
Now she's quiet.
Pretty. But, yeah. The other things that I was kind of thinking about, because it's been a minute, but the the music, man. Like, we're on it again.
Yeah.
We're on it again. Now are we? Boom, boom, boom. I'm just looking through here because one, I have to give a special shout out to this lovely lady that I know that kind of scored some tickets today.
Oh, what
Yeah.
kind of tickets?
I don't know, some kind of show or something like that. I forget where it was. I think it's in what's this? Allentown, right?
Yeah.
I think what is this? Tool? Huh. Tool.
Whatever that is, right?
Yeah, whoever they are. It'd be cool to see them.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll have to see it.
Pretty wild, though.
Yeah, man. Well, but yeah, we got the Tool packages.
Sure did. VIP.
Yeah, for the first time.
First time ever. Well, I look at it this way. We didn't really do much for our 1-year anniversary. We were kind of holding out for this for that reason. So, like, there we go. It's a bit delayed, but I would say it's perfect.
Oh. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice.
It is. It's exciting, especially since some of our friends were able to do the very same, and we're able to now go with people that we adore.
Hell yeah.
So it should be a really good night.
Simply irresistible. But, anywho's, we are, apparently I also got a notification that we're the halfway point to Halloween.
Oh, wow.
It's like, I'm like, what?
Already?
It's like, what the fuck, man? You can't fucking stupid. That's stupid. But, yeah, that's fun. Yeah. But anywho, I think that I think our opportunity to do that, especially, I think this is going to be like the last time I'm going to be even able to see the Tool. Because, one, they're getting up in age.
Yeah.
And two, it's like, they're in my backyard, man. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Exciting.
Like, I expected, like, Philly to be in there. Because they're...
Always, yeah.
I was really surprised that Newark wasn't on the list again. Because they usually play Newark, like, a lot. Because the sound in that place is just amazing. It really is. It really is. I heard the acoustics in the PPL are pretty decent, though, so
Yeah,
I'll have to see.
It'll be a good experience.
Yeah. But Pussifer was a good show. We got our foil.
We sure did. Barely.
Barely.
I got yelled at for running.
I got yelled at for running.
I did.
It's like, hey,
security.
stop.
Hey, ma'am. He was like, hey, ma'am, you need to slow down, please. I'm like, oh, is it rolls like the swimming pool? That's what I said to him. Like, I really want my foil.
Oh, it's like swimming pool rules?
That's literally what I said to him, and he giggled. And he's like, yeah, kinda. But,
It's like, I've never heard anybody actually, retort this way.
he was amused by me, at least. Not all people are.
But yes.
It's probably something you would have said.
Yeah, part of my caution, whatnot, like I said, the air quality was,
I've been coughing
in the
all
400s and shit.
day. Yeah, ask Dominic about that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
He was really bothered by it, though, and freaked out.
Yeah, and I get it, because he's starting to become more aware of his surroundings. You know what I
Very
mean?
much so.
You know, so the fact that, you know, he's starting to understand the world that he lives in more, he's like, yo, this is bad. Like, and this is a bad thing, and this is not cool, and I don't really understand all of this. You know what I mean?
It's freaking me out. But I do know it's giving me
But
a
I do
headache.
know that it's bad. But, you know, and, you know, there was a lot of situations, but honestly, you know, there's gonna be, other situations like this. How many times does California go on fire?
And that's what I said to Dominic. I'm like, you need to understand other people have experienced this, and can you only imagine, like, what if you were the people actually directly affected by the fires, and what that would be like? And then he was like, felt like he just kind of stopped and thought a minute, and was like, oh yeah, our situation could be even worse. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I tried to explain, like, yeah, as much as you want to complain about it, there's people going through much worse because of this tragedy right now.
Yeah. Which back to the show, I was surprised, you know, because it was the first, well, the second family concert, you know, first, like, maybe, like, major market, you know, I guess you could say.
Definitely.
But, like, the first, you know, I think it would be, no, you know what, I'll say it like this. It's the first show that everybody in the family knows the band and has a favorite song.
Yeah, I would agree to that.
You know, so it was like one of those situations where it's like everybody knows the band, has a favorite song, no questions asked. You know, it's like, okay. You know,
Trinity loved every second of it.
Yeah.
Every second. Even waiting in line, like, she just enjoyed the whole experience of just doing it.
Yeah, she won't have to wait too much.
I told her, like, she won't have to because we're VIP, so they can pretty much show up and go in.
Yeah, go to the show.
Mm-hmm. So, that'll be awesome.
Or if you want to camp out, have fun, we'll bring you hot chocolate.
Knowing us, we'll still be camped out, just in the VIP line, making sure we're at the very front of it.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah, exactly.
We should try to see how much it is for one of those hotel rooms that's connected to the shit. You know what I'm talking about?
So we can go
so
up
we
and
just
down.
go up and down. Yeah.
And have a place to go to the bathroom and refresh and stuff. Yeah. That would be funny.
It'd be hilarious. It's like, what a fucking waste.
Jeremy and Ashley might actually want to do that because they're from out of town, so...
Yeah.
We'll all give them a couple bucks so we can use their facilities.
Well, for what we just budgeted for all this, I'm sure we're gonna have to fucking accommodate them here.
Yeah, for real.
So, but it's literally
no
down the
problem.
fucking street. We're down the street, son.
I know,
like
it's
literally,
exciting.
like fucking minutes. Like, you know, like not even a full 10. If it takes you 10 minutes to get there, it's because you were stuck at every red light and you had an incident.
Exactly. It's really exciting, though, to just know that we don't have to go far for it. Afterwards, we'll be able to get home easily, and it's going to be nice. It should be a hell of an experience.
Yeah, so now we have to focus on getting the kid our ticket.
Yeah, anxiety part 2.
Yeah.
Panic attack part 2, I should say, because I was about to have a full-blown panic attack today trying to get these tickets.
Give me it now!
And thank you, credit union security systems, for you know, doing your job and making it even more stressful for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that they do realize that is not a normal purchase for us, but man, your timing sucks. Next time I'm going to call ahead and try and, like, be like, hey, anticipate that we're making this purchase so that it doesn't get tied up. I learned a big lesson today, so I'm going to chalk it up as that because we got what we wanted at the end. Oh, goodness, but I thought I was going to die in the process, literally.
I can't
breathe. I might get sick.
I can't text him and tell him that I didn't get this.
I know. I'm like, I can't disappoint him. We've been like, we worked so hard for this to happen. Like, this needs to happen.
Yeah.
Blood, sweat, and tears, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. In a couple weeks, we'll be taking a break from the show to take the family summer vacation. Gonna take them to my home state, man. Fucking Jersey, man. Come home.
Not going far, but far enough from home to have a little break from everything.
I wanted to go home for a little bit because I haven't been back in a while, like, and hanging out in, like, the other side. Like, 'cause I used to do seaside hikes all the time. Like, well, you know, I think that, like, that boardwalk is probably one of the best.
Oh, totally, and we definitely need to go to it.
Wildwood, though,
it's so fun there. It's my favorite.
Is the best in
yeah.
Jersey that has to offer because
it's
you got because you have the amusement park.
Yep.
You have Maurice Pier.
I have such good memories there too because every year
like
when
Seaside had some rides and stuff, but it wasn't like Maurice Pier.
It's so fun. We'd go every year for, I was a baton twirler, and we had our national championship there, or chapter championship, whatever. So we'd go there, but every year, but it was like, I want to say, like, probably May-ish when we'd have it, or April. It was when would be, like, not warm enough to go in the water, usually. I think it was, like, April, to be honest. But it was fun because we'd still get to, like, time on the boardwalk and still get to walk on the beach and all that good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to being able to share that with the kids during that actual season and now that they can actually remember it. Because the last time they were there, they were very young. So I was, and even talking to Trinity, it's just like, I barely remember. Because we only went for, like, a weekend with some friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was probably like 7 or 8 years ago now, so yeah, they don't really remember a whole lot of it, so it'll be pretty much like a whole new experience for them all over again, because Dom remembers even less than Trin, so.
Mohican Sun is getting in on the, no, it's shit, I see them.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I have to say, I'm so glad we did not have to buy our tickets through Ticketmaster. It was so nice to do business directly with the PPL Center.
Yeah, that's something good, because I'm, like, checking all my, like, things and shit. I'm getting
everyone's bitching about Ticketmaster on the tool groups.
Yeah.
For the venues that used that service.
Yeah.
Disservice.
Boom.
But yeah. Exciting couple of weeks, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be
between the concert that we just went to and now having the upcoming vacation. It's good times.
Yeah.
There's a lot to look forward to. But we definitely look forward to Hippie's return, because his presence has certainly been missed by all of us.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have him back next week, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's been kind of weird not having him, you know, and I know that, like, but it's great to hear your voice more now in the show, because it's like, oh, everybody's like, oh, hey.
She does have things to say.
She says things. And it's like, yeah. It's just usually we're fucking, like, off bantering and shit, and it's like, oh. And I'm like, okay, cool. She'll add her female perspective very soon.
But then you guys started talking about something else before I can say something. Because it's just how it rolls. But
yeah, and it just moves quick.
it moves quick, and sometimes I don't get to, or I don't have something to add because it's something I don't understand, so I'm literally sitting there trying to learn.
Yeah, man.
And that's okay, too, because I've actually learned a lot from sitting here listening to you guys kind of have that banter about, like, more technical musical things and such, and it kind of honestly makes me understand things that are being said when Trinity's at, say, concert band activities or philharmonic or marching band, any of those places. Like, it literally kind of has helped me understand more of what she needs to know and knows, I guess. So it's kind of cool. I definitely don't mind it.
Yeah.
And you were saying, like, value of the show. Well, there's a value that you can add to your list is for those who don't know a whole lot about music, you can use it as an opportunity to learn some new things. So.
Yeah, I think it's something that I didn't realize that this show does, and it really brings, like that hippie jam circle in with the metalheads, which it's kind of wild when I think about it, because I'm like, yeah, like, I'm leaning more towards the possibilities now that I will go to possibly that Fish show if it was, like, affordable. Hey, but if it's not the right, time, then obviously it's not gonna work out so well.
Yeah,
But
if it's and honestly, Trinity kind of really has started to like Fish because of Hippie. Like, certain songs, she'll be like, oh, I like that one, yeah. Like, when he plays stuff for her and whatnot. So I bet she would actually enjoy it quite a bit. And she just loves Bonnie and Hippie. So I think she'd be the one who'd be the most open-minded out of all of us.
Yeah.
But she already said that she's being transformed into a metalhead because she's really starting to enjoy the shows and the people, and she's like, pretty much, I love Maynard, and he's now made me fall in love with this music. That's what she said today. Like, that's why she's responded in, like, 2 seconds. Like, hey, would you want to go? Yes.
Yes.
Immediate.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, all right. And
All right.
I didn't see that coming, Miss K-Popper over there herself. But it's all right. I was into boy bands when I was her age, too, but I still liked metal. You can like it all.
Indeed.
And you can like the hippie jam band stuff, too, while you're at it. Just don't like country.
You're fucked up.
I know, I'm just kidding. I'm literally just kidding. Like what you like and be who you are. That's...
There's some stuff that, like, I've realized, and I said it and I admitted it at work, so I'm gonna have to admit it because I know some of my coworkers do listen. So thank y'all for listening. But yeah, I've been desensitized, to some of the country music.
Some of it's not completely
It's not horrible, but also it's like,
but it does have a theme that runs
like
through it.
there's like the depressing shit that, like, it's like overwhelmingly I'm like, nah, no, I'm alright. Like, if you want to talk about having a good time or whatever, that's fine, that's cool. But, like, then there's a lot of songs I've noticed is like, this is my town and this is my small town where we chew tobacco and wear cowboy hats to church. And it's like, what? Well, you can't unpack that lip for the Lord?
Oh, my word.
I'm just kidding. Just joshing, man.
I know.
But yeah, I guarantee you there's some dude out there like, well, fuck you, buddy. I don't have to unlip my lip for the Lord. The Lord knows that I like the lip, and He enjoys that. Because He knows where my heart is with Jesus. Yeah, we were talking about concerts today as well at work, and because we were doing a skid party. A lot of shit just got done, so it's like, it's got to go out the door now.
Yep.
Send it out. So, you know, it's one of those things. So, like, you know, you get to kind of work alongside different peeps. Some of the guys are road guys that are home, you know,
cool.
getting the skid, kind of what they're going to go install, you know, so it's kind of cool. Which, you know, that's always nice. But we were talking about the different concerts that are coming up and stuff. And somebody asked me about some concert, and I just, like, had a deer in headlights. I was like, who? I didn't even, like, catch the name enough to be, like, even to repeat it right now. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
That memorable.
Yeah, I think the last name was Brantley or something. He was like, you know, do you listen to blah, blah, blah? I was like, Brantley?
No. Who dat?
No. New phone. Who this?
Yeah, pretty much. Who dat?
Who this? Who did? Yeah, I did the fucking Farmer Fran. He killed dog. Yeah, how are you make it, boy? I know that now. Well, you have to see. You have to see Homo's naked. I don't see how that helped me. No. Home where you make it.
Home is where you're naked.
No, home where you make it. Home where you make it. Everybody know that, boy.
Oh, home is where you make it?
Yeah, right here you go. Boy, I'm gonna have you right now. What?
My word.
What, Farmer Fran?
I know.
Yeah, man.
Hilarious.
Oh my god, man. Yeah, who knows? Yeah. My impersonations and shit. There's been I should have did some type of voice acting type of shit, I guess.
Probably.
So
it's not too late.
I guess it's not too late. Yeah.
No, your voice still works. So.
It's like, yeah, I could still use my voice. Yay. Hey guys, if you want to use my voice, let me know. Hey, I'm walking here. Gotta get rid of this Jersey accent. Hey, I'm walking the dog here to get some coffee. Hey, I'm walking here. Everybody's like, shit, man, what the fuck, dude? Like, where are you from? I'm like, mostly Jersey. But, grew up in Easton, so. Which is, like, literally, like, the tip of, like, the dick of Jersey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, if I spit on my sidewalk, I could, like, you know, far enough, I could hit Jersey from, you know, certain spots of Easton. Like, you can literally spit as far to touch Jersey. It's like, damn, man, that's about... But, yeah, it was nice. But, like, you know, no matter what, though, the music itself, you know, like I said, you know, even though I said I desensitized myself, no, what it is it's just not your cup of tea.
No.
You know what I mean?
Not.
Just like when you go into whatever store, you know what I mean,
it's
and
just
you
not
want,
my style of
you know
clothes.
what I mean, like when you go into the freezer section, you know what I mean, and you get the drinks. There's always an abundance of variety, right?
Exactly.
Not
everyone likes
you know,
different things.
Now, sometimes there's those limited edition things or whatever that, you know, everybody grabs or whatever. So, you know, we won't exclude that from the conversation. But for the most part, you know, if you like your Coca-Cola, you're going to get a Coca-Cola. If you like your Pepsi, guess what you're going to be able to get, usually? A Pepsi. Not at a restaurant. They either tell you... No, not at a restaurant. They don't have Pepsi and Coke products. Could you imagine, like, the restaurant that, like, is bold enough to be like, we carry both? And it's like, are you serious? Like, well, then shit. I'm going to take a Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's like, oh, how dare you? Pepsi's better. It's too sweet.
It is.
It's too sweet. I like Mountain Dew, though, so
yeah,
I give that to Pepsi.
Yeah,
PepsiCo.
They do get that.
The Mountain Dew is right. Because the Surge was kind of cool back in the day, but it wasn't
as good.
Wasn't as good. You're absolutely right. Was it?
We tried.
Mellow Yellow was okay too.
Yeah.
And that's another Coca-Cola owned product. But it's about Fresca. I'm about the Fresca life.
The Fresca's awesome.
Yeah, the grapefruit soda. But we have A Treat in the valley. A Treat cream soda is pretty good. The sarsaparilla, the Big Blue was always a big go-to.
Creamsicle is
See,
one of my favorites.
there was this place that we played a lot. We played it at least 4 times. I'm thinking about it was called The Globe, and we played one of its last shows because Carla, who used to do the booking there, really liked our band, and was like, there's something special about you guys. And any time that we played at the Globe, the way that the Globe worked was that there was like a group meal. Like there was she made dinner for the band and for the staff.
That's really cool.
Hell yeah, man! I was like, yo,
Talk
this is
about hospitality.
Yeah, hell yeah! Like especially for if you were a touring band, you know what I mean? Like you
that
get
home cooked meal.
That home cooked meal,
uplifting.
like that you don't have to worry about anything. So all the money that you made that day is going to be
Really
able to put
going
into
in
the
your
gas
pocket.
tank and
Yeah.
go take it
Get
to the
you
next
to
day.
next town.
So
That's really cool.
yeah, so Carla, if you're listening and you're out there, man, your energy and your support at that time greatly appreciated. Which if I ever got a chance to do a venue, I'd do something very similar, especially for local bands that were trying to do tours and things.
You have someone who's good at doing that stuff in your life, so I would do the hospitality side of things and kill it.
I guess so. But it's pretty nuts. The tides of changes. The music though kind of always is something that brings everyone together. So I guess when it comes to society and culture, in the Venn diagram, music's always in the middle. Check the links. devilsdenradio.com and patreon.com/devilsdenradio. Which, I think we've kind of babbled, enough. Not too much and not too little.
Not too much that we're annoying people yet.
Yeah, exactly. But, getting to a point where I would say maybe getting to an end. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because you know why? 'Cause I want to, I think we should give them that hour exact.
Oh, yeah. I
Where
think an hour is a good amount of time.
It
because
really is,
sometimes
though.
when you go beyond that, people really start to lose interest and they just don't have time for your shit anymore.
Yeah, it's I don't want to support this that much.
It's
I don't.
That was cool, but
there are
you guys can shut up now.
It's there's cooler people, and let me just tell you, even they, sir, are not as wordy as you are sometimes. But anyhow,
We do have the gift of gab.
sometimes.
Sometimes. There are other times that, some of us get a little too stoned and then just sit here and are duh.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of times that we've stoned ourselves to bejesus.
Whoop.
Woohoo. Yeah. But, we do have a few more minutes, so we're just going to take these last few minutes to also, like I said, thank Shane, thank VeganJosh again for being co-producers on the show. We're going to give that special last shout-out. So, that's a reminder again to go to devilsdenradio.com, or if you need, like I said, if you want a direct link to it, so go to patreon.com/devilsdenradio and support the show. There are other things on the website as well that you may find entertaining as well. There are also ways that if you want to be a guest on the show, you can contact us as well. So that gives us your information there so that we can book shows. Because you know what? I think it's time to have some more guests.
I think so too, especially since we're looking better equipped up here these days.
Exactly. We got better equipment looking up here.
We're ready.
We're ready now. We're ready. We're ready for version 3.0.
Totally.
Which, version 2.0, was a very, kind of different, having the addition of a female voice consistent, you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, like, because we've had female guests before, but none that, like, actually stuck around, you know what I mean? So it was like, okay, so it's like, now, this is like, oh shit, we actually have a female voice of the show now. It's like, fuck. What do we do with you? It's like, what do I do with you? Like, not that, like, I don't, like, not saying that you're useless or anything like that, but it's like, usually it's like, what do we, what do we do with you? Like, sometimes it's like, oh, damn, but then, like, you fit in pretty well, so we don't give you enough credit, for being that, so thank you, Miss Hippie Soul, and also for filling, but it's very evident, of your, presence on the show, based on the ability of pulling off this episode. Because shit, not having a Hippie Mike 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, we've done okay. I think we've kept it flowing pretty nicely.
We definitely kept it, pretty tight. Pretty tight, you know what I mean? I don't think, I will say we... it's I guess it's a good...
the things we've been talking about are the things that you and I would sit and bullshit about in the car or on the couch. And, like, I just feel like it's very natural conversation about the things we actually do enjoy to talk to each other about.
Exactly.
So.
Well, that's what the whole fly on the wall kind of, thing is, and it's funny because... a lot of the conversations that, occurred within our friend circle, as you saw, like, it's like, wow, see, this is exactly why the podcast, exists, is because, of our conversations. And you're like, oh my God, you guys are so entertaining. You're funny. And you were like, we're funny. I don't think I'm funny. But then it's like, okay. But then for the fact that, like, we didn't put, like, any money in advertising, and it's like we still have people, like, tuning in, listening, and liking the show and following the show, and it's like, how?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's because, you know what, in this world, in this time that we have, we find our tribes. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's, like, we have many tribes that we belong to, and, we have our own main tribes, but we have sub-tribes. You know what I mean? That we, like, dip in, and it's like, these are, like, my brothers and sisters from different misters. And that's a lot of times, when we, get to, see that like-mindedness, especially at a concert. That's when you really know. It's like, hey, I did not expect to see someone like you at this show. And I'm sure you didn't expect to see me at this show.
Yeah, I think that's what Trinity was starting to feel this weekend. Like that, hey, like there's all different kinds of people here, and everyone's like treating each other really well, and like here to have a good time and enjoys the same thing. Like, this is cool. I think she was definitely feeling it.
Yeah, so, well, we'll let you know next week if we get her tickets. But we'll have a hippie. We'll have 2 hippies.
We will have our
So
hippie
until
back.
next week, you'll have to stay metal.
Be metal.
Recycle.